guys, Lane O'Brien here with O'Brien Contracting. Welcome to this week's video. A few months ago, we got the opportunity to go to Brandon, Manitoba to check out Greenstone. Now, Greenstone is a structural insulated panel that we're going to be using on all of our builds. It helps us achieve a better building envelope, and we're going to take you through the facilities, show you what's what, how they do it, and we hope you like the video. So stay tuned, keep checking back for more videos every week.
So we are at the plant. This is the place where everything starts. So we call this pre-expander room. Our e-gas material in those bags. It's just like 1 ton bag, 1,000 grams. Bags, dump it into this deal right there, and process going. This is what we get in our bags. It's like probably tinier than the sugar is, right? So this is what comes in those bags.
It's like quinoa grain almost.
Yeah.
And then this is the pound and a half.
This is a pound and a half. So we have two different emphasis of the foam, pound and a half and 2 pound. If you can see the difference, I guess like this, 2 pounds have a smaller beads than pound and a half, which just means more beads going to be in the panel, so that panel is going to be stronger. So those 2 pound foam we using for below grade application for crawl spaces or for full size basement with 8-9 foot panels there.
This is the graphite black ice before it's been expanded.
Before it's been expanded. Yes.
So even this, the beads are a little bit bigger than
the white one.
Than the white ones.
Yeah.
So then when we do the expansion, we go from one of these bags to a hopper. One of these bags does 3/4 of the way full of this. What we get.
One of those green bags, you kind of can fill with one of those bags like 3/4 of that green bag.
And if you can see size, I'm 6 feet tall. Like that's a lot of one bag. So this is all of our different gauges of steel that are used. You have your 20, 8, and 16, which this is for your typical framing for all your structures. Gauge is a little bit better. 16 is for most of our underground.
Yeah, underground or deep pockets, so be building like, let's say 4-story, 3-story commercial building. So that's going to be for first level.
So this product is manufactured in such a way that we're not just looking at custom homes. We're looking at being able to do commercial buildings up to 4 stories.
Yes,
and I think you said you guys are working on being able to get up to 6.
Yes, so we changing the studs profile. So this is basically the process right now. I think like within a year or so, we're going to be available to produce that to market.
So how incredible is that? We can use this product not only for custom homes, but we can actually use it to build condo buildings. We can use it to build townhome buildings, where our building envelope really is more of a challenge to get that air tightness, because for a net zero home, you have 1.5 air changes per hour that we need to achieve, and in a condo building or a townhome complex, 2.5. So being able to have a product that can give us the capability of reaching higher levels, that's awesome. So as you can see, the steel comes in here, those are long profile rollers, and then when it comes out the end, here, it's the stud that you want. And they only use high-grade steel, which is from Cascade.
using all this stuff, the female studs. So if you can see on the edge there, you have a kind of little loop there. So that's where your plate and screws go. So these studs, then you have another one facing this way. Put in your connector plate, you put in your screws, and then you put in your, like you have your foam here, you put in your drywall, it's going to be nice and flat there.
And then you guys have a glue that you spray on that helps all of the EPS adhere.
Yes, so basically the studs get to this shape, go through this roll former, and go into the tunnel to the glue room, and get sprayed only the glue into the inside of the stud. So if you can see the face, the exposed side of the studs don't have any glue on it.
Awesome.
And we have all those studs rolled specifically for each job. Come into the framing section where we have 4 tables at this time, and 2 guys per table framing those panels. So that would be, they have the drawings where it shows each panel, each stud, each panel, the size and all this. So you know what they look for. They have a whole bunch of stuff there. They just picking the one they need for the size. Have a 2 pieces of framing. Just mean this is an outside of the panel, this is inside of the panel, and they are 4 feet wide by 12 feet long. And this is all ready for the press. So basically, after this stage, they go into the press, putting those panels into the press, and 6 minutes later, 6-7 minutes later, off the press, comes the panel with the foam and everything.
So these panels, when we take them, or when Greenstone takes them, it's actually magnetized. So you have your inside and your outside panel, which goes one side and the other. And they set it for the thickness that you want your panel to be, whether it's 5.5, 7.5, 9.25. And correct me if I'm wrong, this press uses steam to heat the EPS, bond it to the glue, and create the panel. And it's under extreme pressure as well when it's being pressed.
So basically, before they put in the panels inside there, they fire up the press, they kind of get them warm with the steam on it, and then the foams get applied into the inside, and they kind of bond all together. Like 6 minutes, a bit depends on the thickness of the panel. The doors get open, now slide out, and you have ready panel to.
I was very fortunate yesterday to actually get to see the panel be made, which was really cool. But as you can see here, they're not currently making any. So let's go over to the other side and see what they come out as once they're done. So they come out of the roller, and this is where they are. This is how they come out, full sheet.
As you can see, those panels are 5.5 inch thick. They be pressed lots yesterday, so they stuck. And you can see they have advantages between, so they stuck those advantages so they can cure over the night and all this. And basically today they're going to be put in the bundle, and they're going to be delivered outside, ready for shipping.
Can we go over and take a look at your little lunch room? See how it actually goes together.
So we have a couple of little crystals here, just doing some extra work, which is kind of nice. You can see how it's being done as well. But this one, this corner, come here, Brandon. So for this specific trailer, we use 5.5 inch panel for the walls, and we use 9.25 inch panel for roof and the floor. As you can see, floor are sheeted already, but roof still kind of exposed. So right now, I can show you like this panel, this whole trailer has a stud 16 inch in center. So this is our joint here, this is our joint there. So every joint you have, you cannot see it, but that's connector plate that showed you before. That's right there. That's one what's on the bottom, and that's it. You have your LVC load bearing channels going across, and you have a split track going from the down. So this is the place where you tape on, and that's the place where you tape, and on the bottom as well. So in this case, you kind of lock in your air 100%. So no air leakage this way. Electrical, lots of people was asking how is electrical being done. So as you can see, you just cut in your little hole for your electrical blocks, and this is basically everything's going to go through the ceiling. So you're going to cut the slot right there for the wire. I think they've done something there, so you can go and take a look. But yeah, that's basically the same thing as ICF and stuff like this. I will highly recommend to use some butt knives and stuff like this, so that you have a less mess with the foam. Other than just some people I know using the rollers and stuff like this, you know. But it's going to be a little bit messy. But if you have using electric a hot knife, it's going to be nice spot.
And as Andriy was saying, when we tape this, we want to tape these joints first before we tape our upper joints and our lower joints, because that's going to give us our extra seal that we want. Right on. So right there, how you can see the guys make a little slot, cut, and there's your electrical box. So they're going to put the wire inside. Right. Well, why don't we go up and we'll come back to you guys in a minute, and we'll go talk with the team upstairs and how they actually designed your building. And we'll talk to Philip. Yes. We'll talk with Philip, and we'll show you our project that we're actually working on here. So, let's go. Hey guys, so we're here with Philandro now, and this is actually our project that he's working on here. So Philandro, when you get the plans, what all do you have to do in order to get to the point of production? Like, what are your steps that you have to go through for this?
So in the beginning, initially, we take your architectural plans, your structural plans, and we review them. We go through the whole plan, provide it to you from Greenstone to see exactly what you're looking for in terms of what our scope is. So wall heights, which walls are included, which walls aren't, where we need to have Greenstone headers, where we won't have Greenstone headers, right, and what building features.
Yeah. And what's our maximum size that we can go before you guys can no longer provide the headers? You need to go to your typical PSL.
The maximum size for our one that you can do around 1.5.
So that's a big opening. So we're talking about garage doors at this point, or if somebody wants a whole wall of windows or an ammo wall for their to open up, right? So when we're doing this, you take care of all the beam pockets, everything to go into our building. So that's all taken care of.
That's correct. Yes.
Okay. And then what's something that we were talking yesterday that he liked that we did was windows.
Yeah.
So what is your preference for windows when you're designing the home? Like, you have a certain amount of space that you want to see between.
So because our studs are 2.5 inches wide, if you're doing banquet windows, for instance, like you have these three here, this gap between these windows, you guys made them exactly 2.5 inches, which is perfect for us. So anything within that multiple of 2.5 inches is exactly what we need so we can fit stuff between there.
Well, that's perfect. So we just make sure that when we're in design phase that you want to be referencing Greenstone's design guide, because it makes Landro's job a lot easier, and it makes our job a lot easier because we don't have to go back to our clients and say, hey, those windows don't work. So whenever you're doing your design, make sure you follow the design guide. If you have any questions, call up a guy like Landro at Greenstone here, and they'll help take you through the process. They make it very easy. It may seem a little bit difficult in the beginning, but once you start going through the process, it's very easy to go through everything, because like we have here, we have our crawl space walls, then we will have our balloon framing, and this is going to be our sheathing. for our floor, and then our next walls sit right on top. So how many panels does a package like this entail? Like this is a roughly 3,000 square foot footprint with the garage.
So for a package like this, including the crawl space, I think we're looking at somewhere around 150, maybe 170 panels.
Yeah. So you get this shipped to you after it's all designed, everything, they have it all numbered, and it's just kind of ready to go. They have a starting point in a set corner for us, and we'll
Yep. We provide what's called a panel layout in our prefabrication package that comes to you on site, and that has each panel labeled on a top-down view, so you can see which corner we made panel number 1.
Okay.
And we go around the building in a clockwise motion.
Okay, perfect. So
Counterclockwise.
counterclockwise.
Yes.
Okay, that's, if we do clockwise, we're gonna have a backwards building. So that just makes everything so simple. You look at it in that aspect. That's why these homes can go up in a matter of a couple weeks, having your roof on, ready to go, versus your typical framing where you're doing your layout. All your layout's done for you once you have your footing in place. Well, thank you very much for chatting with us about this land build, and thank you guys for watching the video series, and we look forward to showing you guys what this stuff looks like in person when we actually get this onto our job site. I hope you guys have a great day, and thanks for watching.